When I was 13 years old, right after the Twin Towers were hit by the terrorists, our church had a Tom Farrell revival. During that week of revival services, Dr. Farrell spoke in one of our chapel services. Towards the end of the week, during the chapel service, I made assurance of my salvation. I remember all the feelings that rushed over me the moment I realized that no matter what would happen to me, I could live in full confidence that I would have a forever relationship with Christ. I was so excited to go out and serve the Lord. And it wasn't long after I made my assurance of salvation that I fully dedicated my life to Christ. I remember being so excited and so willing to do whatever Christ called me to do. I had no idea that I was going to be in the ministry. I was just willing to say yes if God called me to be a plumber or a mechanic or even a doctor. But the one thing I struggled with was knowing where to start. I knew that I was supposed to read my Bible and go to church, but I still felt lost when it came to following my decision to dedicate my life to Christ. There may be some of you in this room this morning that have felt the same way. Through my years as a youth director here at Valley Forge Baptist, I've had the privilege of seeing several of you give your life to Christ. Does that mean that all of you who dedicated your life to Christ are going into the ministry? No. It just means that you are serious about living your life to please the Lord. Perhaps you are like how I was back when I dedicated my life to God. You're excited about living your life for God, but you're not really sure where to start and how to keep your passion for God going. Through much prayer and discussion with several people on staff, we have come up with a new program, a new discipleship opportunity, a new tool to help Christian young people live passionately for Christ, called SALT. SALT, which stands for Student Advanced Leadership Training, is a program designed to equip those that have dedicated their life to God, to serve Him to their fullest potential, and to keep the passion for Christ. The program is not specifically designed for teens going into the ministry, but for all teens, 9th through 12th grade, who have fully dedicated their lives for the service of Christ and who are willing to do whatever Christ has for them. Beginning January 13th, SALT will meet every second Wednesday, September through May, with a break in the summer. Students participating in SALT will begin in youth group for a time of worship and announcements. After the worship time, all students involved in SALT will be dismissed for a special training time. Don't worry, we'll be finished by the time church ends. SALT is a 5-year program that it is designed to build on itself each year, but yet flexible enough where a person who comes in the middle of the program won't get lost. So if you are in 9th grade, you can join us all the way until you are a senior. If you are in 11th grade, it won't be a problem to jump into the program halfway through and stick it out until you graduate. So what do you say? I know there are several in here right now who are just waiting for God to show His will for your life. Why not get involved in a program that will teach you the necessary skills to honor and glorify God to the fullest and to maintain that burning passion you have for Him? Would you consider joining the SALT community?